I'm going to move the call forward now because we have a lot to go. Oh, and he's here. Ladies and gentlemen, Beachbody co-founder and CEO, Carl Daikeler. How are you, Carl?
I'm good, Sandy. How are you? Thanks for
I'm
having me
doing
on.
well. You want to just do a little dance and then we'll go into interview questions?
Well, first time caller, long time listener.
Thank you.
No, it's did I come on wrong? Is that what you're saying? Did I do something wrong?
No, not at all. I was going to give you an introduction, but I know you don't like
Yeah,
long introductions. So here
well,
he is,
it's not my thing.
Carl.
Okay, good. Morning, everybody. And Sandy is right. The tech team did an outrageous heavy lift over the weekend. The launch of BOD Groups is so complex because it brought together my challenge tracker app, which you can no longer access. If you click on the My Challenge Tracker app on your phone, it'll redirect you to update your Beachbody On Demand app, which is where you'll now find BOD Groups on the app as a thing at the bottom there. It'll say, I could even show you if I was really on top of my game here. So if you look there, you can't really see it there. See groups, I could hit there and it comes up, and right there it says learn more right there. So it's there. It's also on the web, which is where a lot of the functionality of BOD Groups currently exists. If you go to beachbodyondemand.com on your desktop or using your browser on your phone, that's where you'll find a lot of the functionality while we continue to really, we stay in launch mode now. We're expecting to stay in launch mode for almost 9 months, but Sandy wanted to ask me some questions about this. And before we do that, let me just give you a little bit of the, state of the situation here. We continue to see just an amazing effort on your behalf that is attracting people, but more important than the attraction is how many people you are compelling or influencing to do their workouts, to track their nutrition, to use Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset, and to drink Shakeology so that they don't let this quarantine get the best of them in terms of their overall health and well-being. And we know this because last week we set another record. We had 4.8 million workouts streamed last week. That is an all-time high for the week. And just to give you a little bit of a sense of how fast the records are breaking, we broke a record this morning. We broke a record, I'll say, at 7:22 this morning Pacific time. We had 30,875 simultaneous people working out. Let's call it approximately 31,000 people working out at the same time this morning. That is an all-time record for Beachbody On Demand. And more important than ever, you're literally helping people stay sane at the same time that they stay healthy. And of course, the launch of BOD Groups is significant in so many ways, and Sandy and I will talk a little bit about what that means, but just to give you a snapshot of what this game changer can mean. I mean, literally yesterday was like getting a new Christmas present, and we still had to assemble it and get the batteries in there and figure out how the whole thing works. And so it really wasn't even the official launch day. Today kind of really is more official. It's more business as usual. But by 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, we had 70,000 invites out. That's you going into BOD Groups and using it to send out share carts, send out invites to your groups. 70,000 new people were invited to join groups. And here's the importance of you, if you don't have a group set up yet, we had by 3 o'clock, 10,000 people had gone into their Beachbody On Demand account, looked for their coach, and actually requested to be invited to their group. So if you don't have a group there, they can't be in your group. So you need to have a group there at all times, because there were 10,000 people yesterday before this was really a thing. But as we continue to just get the word out, we had 10,000 people already requesting to be a part of this. So it's going to be exciting. And it's going to be an exciting week as this takes shape, because it's unprecedented. And I think we're going to define this together.
Well, thank you. And for people who are just joining now and you may not know what BOD Groups is or where it came from, there's a whole lot of activity going on this week. So there's training on the Beachbody Champions page. I'm just saying that right now in case people are asking a lot of questions about it. And also with any new platform or any new upgrade or changes, there's going to be things that we are still working on. And so be very, very patient. But from what I see, people are finding things so easy to use. And the fact that, did you say 70,000 people got into groups?
No, 70. Well, there were
Oh,
70,000 invites
oh, 70,000 invites.
by
That's
3 o'clock,
huge.
which is, that's the thing. Look, we know that a launch like this, which pulls so many things together, the My Challenge Tracker app, Beachbody On Demand, content, and e-commerce, very complex. But now you'll notice that you don't have to, it's what we call a unified platform, meaning you only have to log in once and it knows who you are across all these functions, including the coach office. We've got innovations lined up for the next 2 years, but there's one goal: to make it easier for coaches to help people get healthy. And that's the point. Is yesterday, like literally just in the dawn of this thing, 70,000, we say vital behavior, invite, 70,000 invites went out yesterday, and 10,000 on the other side of it, 10,000 people requested to be invited to a group, invested in, they want to be a part of this. So there's something there.
Okay, so I have about 7 questions that I, shared with you that I wanted to ask you. I thought you would be the absolute perfect person to talk about BOD Groups today, what it is, how it started, and all that, since it was your brainchild. I know it's been a very big, huge, expensive project that's been going on for about a year.
Yeah.
Why does Team Beachbody even need BOD Groups?
Well, interesting. Okay. I read everything. Personal development is one of our vital behaviors. So while I'm looking at business and how business works, the one thing that I've realized in comparison to other businesses is that, and even comparison to other networks, is because we sell something that is considered a virtue, right? You can sell a vice, that's selling alcohol, or and I don't mean vice doesn't have to have negative connotation, but you think about Netflix and watching movies, that's just entertainment or considered a vice. So, or you can have virtue, and virtue is something for self-improvement, something that's helping you maintain your health. And that's not an easy sell, because it takes discipline and it takes lifestyle change. But it's more important now than ever. I mean, experts are forecasting that there's going to be a spike in the obesity rates, because during this pandemic, people are less active. They're consuming more high calorie, low nutrition foods. They're snacking more to just cope with the anxiety. And when we originally discussed the idea of BOD Groups, obviously we didn't see this coming, but we saw the need to take friction out of the process, so that it wasn't just, we don't want this business to be focused on leaders. Leaders are critical, but we want the brand new coach that signs up today to have an easy, simple process to be able to set up their own group and invite people into that group. Again, We know it's not perfect. We've got innovations lined up for the next several years, but there's one goal. If we can make it easier for coaches to help people get healthy, then and we can unify the platform experience with one sign-in across Beachbody On Demand, e-commerce, and My Challenge Tracker app, it'll be especially easy for new coaches to get started. They'll be able to upload their contacts and invite people. They'll be able to connect the content on Beachbody On Demand right there so that they can support people with what they're doing. I mean, imagine how much more productive our discussion threads will be, and how many more before and afters that we'll get from people, because they're going to be on top of their nutrition. They're going to stay consistent inside their group. Everything is right there, accessible, where people had normally used a Facebook group. Now it's all accessible right inside this one micro community. Like, we're hoping that it's huge, but still it's focused, and it's a place where people can feel safe about getting results with the total solution, without any noise coming in from the outside, because every group is private.
Thank you. So going to that community thing, why has community been so key in helping people get results?
Well, it's actually been something. There's been many studies. I don't have them to cite, but if you do a Google search on studies of accountability groups or cultural support for healthy habits, that the rate of success for people who are starting a program or want to maintain a program, or even more important, for people to maintain healthy habits during times of stress. And I don't mean, I'm not bringing in the pandemic into this. I'm saying any time of stress, anytime that you're dealing with a job situation or just a life situation, in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle through that, without just abandoning your behavior, accountability and actual visibility to some group of people, that there's some group of people who is aware of what your goals are. That group is going to help you continue where you otherwise might quit. If no one is following up with you, then nobody is going to help you when you're struggling. And that's one of the reasons that we've got that great video of the mom who wakes up and the baby was crying all night and she needs extra motivation. And that's what BOD Groups is about, helping people find accountability, find that little extra oomph to help them stay consistent, to help them push play on that next Morning Meltdown 100 workout, on that next bar blend workout, when it'd be so easy to just skip it. If the group sees someone getting results and they're using the total solution, those people are now going to be more inclined right there inside the group to add the rest of the solution to their program, which means they're going to get better results. When they see inside the group, people are drinking their Shakeology, they're using the containers, they're following the critical components of 2B mindset. If they see that happening and people are celebrating their results inside the BOD Groups platform, right there, boom, they're going to be able to go to Team Beachbody to access the stuff that's helping people succeed, which is the point, the mission statement. Help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. And now, finally, there's a place that's focused. I mean, I don't know about you, but I go to Facebook, and it's an incredible platform. We don't have to pay for it. You know, data issues and sharing information, that's a thing. But you know, if I go to Facebook, I know I'm going to be confronted with a lot of negativity, everybody's opinion, and BOD Groups is finally going to be an escape from politics and pandemics, safe from judgment as you're going through your program, as your customers take the leap to change their behavior. They've got this safe haven where they can block out all this other noise and focus for a little bit a day on their healthy behavior change. That's why BOD Groups, and I think it's going to be an amazing, we say game changer a lot, but really, this is something that we need the game to change. We need positive reinforcement. We need a space where everything comes together. And that's the point of this. And to make it easier for literally hundreds of thousands of people to run small groups. I'm not talking about people running groups of 500 to 1,000. There are some coaches who will do that. But man, if I can get 100,000 people to run a group of 3 to 5 a month, we will change the world.
That's key. That was really, really great. I love what you said. It's easy to quit if no one is following up on you, or following up with you. So the community aspect of it is what really helps people get results. I want to know, how did you come up with the idea of BOD groups?
Well, real quick, again, personal development reading. I was reading a book called Growth Hacking by Ryan Holiday and Blitzscaling by Reid Hoffman. And what I was learning was about the impact of what they call a two-sided marketplace. Now, this is kind of interesting because you think you know what Team Beachbody is, right? And so through these books, I'm getting a different perspective of what is Team Beachbody, where from the outside or even from our side, Team Beachbody is a network marketing business. But what it really is, or what it has the potential to be, is what they call a two-sided marketplace. What's a two-sided marketplace? That's something like eBay, where if you have, odds and ends that you want to sell, you can sell them on eBay. There's Airbnb, that if you have a spare room that you want to rent, you can rent that on Airbnb. And the two sides of the marketplace are, on one side, I have a spare room, I want to rent it. On the other side, there's people who are looking for a spare room or someplace to stay when they're traveling, when we travel. And the Airbnb platform provides access for both sides of the marketplace. eBay, you got stuff to sell, people want to buy it, two-sided marketplace. Uber is the same thing. Download an app, you can monetize your car to go give rides to people. People come in to give rides, more people come in to get rides, more people want to get rides from those people, and all of a sudden there's a different option from the normal taxi or limo business. So what I realized in reading this was that Team Beachbody was already kind of a two-sided marketplace, but it wasn't really organized formally. A two-sided marketplace didn't exist for monetizing your ability to support people who want to get healthy and lose weight, or monetize your own desire. Remember, we just said, it's easier to get results if you're surrounded by like-minded people, if you're surrounded by accountability. And you can monetize that now on BOD groups. There was no one place until now where people who want to monetize their ability, or people who are going to go on their own fitness and nutrition journey, can invite people who also want to do it. They don't have to be a coach, but they can come and be a part of it. More people who want to come and be a part of it, the more people who are going to want to monetize their desire to get healthy and fit. And that's a virtuous cycle. And imagine how critical that is right now. Imagine this opportunity. While we're still in the midst of social distancing, and there's 26 million something like that jobless claims, or the unemployment rate has reached the point that there's 26 million people out there who are wondering how they're going to make a credit card payment. If, like I said, if we can get those 100,000 people, or how many millions of people, to help 3 people a month in a group stay more active, eat well, get a daily dose of dense nutrition so that they're feeding their body well, so that they're healthier, their body is responding to nutrition better. Well, that's $50 per challenge pack that they sell. And if they sell 3 a month in that beginning, they get that $100 Fast Start Plus bonus. That's $250. That's a credit card payment. That's not government stimulus. That's called an opportunity to serve people at a time that they need it. And that's where this idea from BOD groups came, is frankly looking at the obesity rate and looking at the growing disparity between the haves and the have-nots, and wanting to help people find a way to earn extra money without just making an hourly wage, something that truly rewards them based on the work that they do, and their willingness to share on social media, share their experience, and that together on BOD Groups is going to simplify the role of being a team Beachbody coach, and that's where it came from.
Well, thank you for that segue, because that was actually my next question. Why don't you share here why this is going to simplify the role of a coach?
Okay, well, obviously the objective here is to make it easier to start a group. I've already seen it. I've gotten hundreds of messages, direct messages on Facebook or on Instagram from coaches who said that the step-by-step wizard that helps people start a group. Again, remember, this was designed from our perspective now, how to integrate fitness, nutrition, and Shakeology into the group setting that you can customize. You can easily name your group and pick an image for it. Well, the fact that it's step by step now for us means that instead of a new coach sort of being intimidated by starting a group on Facebook, for instance, because we've been doing challenge groups for 7 or 8 years now, but there's this intimidation. How do I do a challenge group on Facebook? Well, now it's easy to start a group right there. And I've seen coaches, the messages that I've gotten from coaches is that where they've said, finally, my newbies, my people who were just sort of riding along with my group of 500, my group of 250 that I ran on Facebook, now I've got my newbies putting groups of 5 to 10 people together, because BOD Groups makes it easy to go through step by step. Easily name it, you pick an image, you define which products are required for participants in your group. Imagine you decide now, we're going to be doing bar blend. We need Shakeology, we need BOD, and we need some of the accessories. So now you put that challenge pack forward as a requirement to be in your group, and now people know what they need. You're not selling the product necessarily, you're selling the group, you're offering the group. It just so happens these are the tools that people need to be in the group, to be a part of the specific program, or maybe you just got a theme. I've heard people joke about that COVID-19. What that stands for is the 19 pounds that people are gaining while they're in lockdown. And so I've seen people name their groups, say no to the COVID-19, which is basically the 19 pounds that you don't want to gain or that you want to lose. You can set a defined time, or you can make your group ongoing. You can also select testimonials to showcase the benefits of the group that we provide for you. Or eventually, hopefully, you're going to have your own testimonials that you will include to show people what kind of results they can get from the group. Like, it's all there. This is the opportunity that we got, such fertile ground, that while Facebook has been great, and I'm so grateful that showed us the direction to go, it didn't give us any ability to market. It didn't give the coach any ability to facilitate invitation. And now it's really a coming of age moment for people to use BOD Groups to really reach out to people.
I'm here. I'm just listening to you intently, because there are a lot of reasons why it has simplified the role of a coach, which we're also going to get more training later on the Beachbody Champions page today, right after National Wake Up Call at 9 o'clock Pacific time. So you want to head over there. So Carl, I'm just curious about technology. Okay, because I know that you just said that Facebook kind of showed you the way. It was a great platform and people still use it, but BOD Groups has some technology advancements that have helped with community engagement. So do you want to talk a little bit about what the focus was for that?
Well, obviously, it all starts with having the group. Like, that's, your groups will appear in Beachbody On Demand when people click on their BOD Groups tab, right? Your customers click on the BOD Groups tab on the Beachbody On Demand app. They'll see what groups their coaches have. So it's really important that you have at least one group open at all times for someone. Okay, that didn't exist on Facebook, right? That ability to see all the active groups with headings and purposes. I've seen people who took advantage of the 3-day refresh sale that we've got going on. I think it's 10% off. I don't know if it's going today, or might have been over. Might be a couple more days left. In any case, whatever. Like, I saw people setting up groups for 3-day refresh, and then we'll move people over to a fitness group right after that, or do them in conjunction. If your customers, if they don't see that you have a group, they can send you an email and they can click on request a group. It triggers an email to you, or they might find another coach who is running a group, which means that you could lose that customer. So it's really important that people have a group on the platform. We'll have a new group listing page. This is a simple page. It's like a landing page that introduces you and your group to what it's about, explains what's required, again, explains, the theme of it. It might be a 10 rounds group. As Kevin mentioned, we are, it's still in VIP early access. Again, right now in this ecosystem, you've got all these tools that you can use to market what we do, such as for 10 rounds. Remember, we did away with the individual success t-shirts for every new program, but we are still doing them for this new program. So people who want the 10 rounds tour bus tank or t-shirt, if they finish the program by July 31st and submit their results by July 31st, they get this free t-shirt or tank. That is something that you don't get if you're just accessing free workouts on YouTube or free Instagram. They are a part of an ecosystem that supports achieving their goal. That's the whole reason. It's not technology for technology's sake. It's helping people see, get access to, have visibility to the benefits of participating in your group. And the page that features your group, people can access it when they click on the BOD Groups tab, and then on the group that says learn more. And you can also, so they'll see it right there, and you can also share a link to that page everywhere. You can text it to people, you can share a link to your group on your social media platform. So this is an opportunity. I saw so many people doing it yesterday, using the swipe up option or just posting in their stories on Instagram that, hey, I just started a new group. Click here to check it out. They've got clever names for them, and that are connecting with where people are with their, the stay-at-home fitness group. There was one I saw, like it was Mid-Morning Mavens or something like that. Anyway, super cool, and it's just an amazing platform for people to feel like they're not just a part of some network marketing thing. Now they are a part of the solution, of the mission, which takes that mercenary feeling out of it, where technology now enables people to feel like they are a part of something. They are not just a sale. They are now a part of a community that wants to see them succeed. And that's going to make it easier to invite, and it's going to make that new coach feel less intimidated by the fact that they are a part of something that's called network marketing, but it's unlike any other network marketing business in the world, because now it's, other networks, it's about the transaction. In Team Beachbody, it's about the results. It's about the support. It's about the experience and the community and the humanity. That's what's beautiful and different about this. And BOD Groups brings it to life through technology.
You know what? You kind of went into my next question, which is because, we're like that. But in terms of comparing to other companies or other companies, why are we able to get the sustainable results? I mean, what is different and unique about this?
Well, one of the critical things that I wanted from this, and something that I learned over in the UK, actually. SJ, if everybody remembers her, we were talking about experience that she had, and she was talking about an app about how great it is that it just uploads your contacts. And I was like, oh man, we should have that. So that's a part of BOD Groups. It will improve over time. Right now, it imports your contacts, I think, through Google, through Google Doc, or anyway, all the instructions are there. But it'll, if you load your contacts into a Google spreadsheet or what they call a common delimiter document, it then pulls them in. I think it might also do it through Yahoo, but the point is there's an invitation module that pulls in your contacts so you can decide who to invite to join in your group, and then you can track those contacts. You can see what's happening with your prospects in the coach online office. And now my contacts, you've got a my contacts section in the coach office that are available to invite, to send share cards. It's all integrated in there, and it's going to be easier. It is easier to engage with the participants because you're able to post and respond and react to photos just like you were in the My Challenge Tracker app, but now you've got more of your people in there. It's got the group feed, and you can view your participants' activity in the coach portal. Now that happens on the web, in the coach portal on the web, so you can see who may need some extra support, who's not following up, who deserves a special shout out because they've got a streak of workouts going. All that now you're coaching. Now you've got the ability to really support people with better visibility into what they're doing. You've got there's a new report in the coach office that shows you what your personally sponsored coaches are doing. So now not only are you helping coach more people get results, but you're following through on the promise of giving people a financial opportunity, because you're going to be able to see which one of your personally sponsored coaches are running groups and which ones aren't. How many participants do they have? You'll see links to their groups in the listing page if they've made them public. It also shows who's not running groups, so you can reach out and support them. That's what you want. You want your coaches running groups. And here's, we talked about the promotion. Like, the reason that we put this private jet charter idea up is, first off, I need to do a promo video, and I want to do a fun video. It's kind of like a music video, people on a private jet. It's going to be you and 5 friends, but I need 5 leaders to step up. And now they've got visibility to how many of their personally sponsored coaches have set up groups and are recruiting people into those groups, that we're rewarding prizes for that. I think it's FAQ 4144. Sandy, if you can check on that, I think it's FAQ 4144. But the point is that between now and May 31st, the 5 coaches who get the most personally sponsored coaches to set up groups, because now you got visibility to that, I'm going to fly them to either leadership coming up, but who knows, hopefully we'll get to do it, or the next summit. Or if we get impatient, we want that video soon, maybe we'll put a special little get together just for us together. We'll all fly into one place and get that video and have dinner or something. But it's going to be a cool experience. But that's because we need to sort of break out of the tradition of network marketing that is a leadership only driven business. And I think we've always aspired to this, but BOD Groups unlocks it, that we've got the ability now for the little guy, the new person, the success starter, to run their own group. Even if it's just for a few people, they can still participate in their upline, in their leaders group. But now they can also coexist, having 2, 3, 4 people. And imagine those 2, 3, 4 people, a couple of them decide they want to become coaches. That leads to the next 2, 3, 4 people. Like, that's how big this is. This is the opportunity. It has been my goal. Ask any of the founding coaches. I said on day one, I want 1 million coaches in North America. Not just 1 million, not discount coaches. I want 1 million coaches, and I want them to be productive on some level. And I think this unlocks that opportunity.
So your advice for new coaches today would be to just start a group.
Yeah, that's it. That's like, get in the game. It's now just get a couple people, and we know how it goes. Wife signs up to be a coach, signs up husband, or signs up mother, or signs up mother-in-law, or aunt, or sister, or coworker. And so, but don't just do it because of some rank thing. Do it, get them in a group. Let's follow through with the mission statement of helping people achieve their goals so they lead healthy, fulfilling lives. Look, other fitness nutrition companies, they sell similar products. We know that. There are other shakes, not as good, but there are other shakes. There's other fitness content, not the same way we do it, where you're feeling like you're a part of what's happening on screen, with a gateway, with a defined start and finish point that promises and is proven to deliver certain results over a period of time. And we also bring along the nutrition content. It is the total solution: fitness, nutrition, planning, Shakeology to help people feed their body well, and now this accountability that just doesn't exist anywhere else. And here's the thing that I'll say, because there was like this big wave of people providing free content out there. Every trainer is providing workouts, like personal trainers out there who are out of work, which is unfortunate, obviously, but so they're doing workouts on Instagram, which is great. But there's no shortage of fitness content out there or advice. There's a shortage of cost-effective access to the total solution, where people step up and have skin in the game. That's the difference about Beachbody, is people need to commit, and they come into that group and they put up their money, and it's very cost effective. If you break it down on a daily basis, it's less than $1 a day for the fitness. The shake is an incredibly cost effective way to get phytonutrients, prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, adaptogen, herbs, protein, fiber, all this stuff that is difficult to get from processed, the food in the middle of the grocery store. Shakeology fulfills a part of the food supply that's just not easy to get efficiently, and puts it all together. So my advice for people is, get the word out there, start a group so that you're set up a greeting, invite a few people, and I'm going to be posting my first welcome video later today. If there's a tab you can click on, little button you can click on that lets me post into your group. I can't see what happens in your group, but I can do what they call a universal post. So later today, if you've got a group set up, I'll be welcoming people to BOD Groups. I'll be saying hello basically to all the participants, and I'm going to post as regularly as possible. I'm going to have special guests come on, but you got to start a group today if you want to see that first message, which I'm going to do maybe in a few hours here once things get going. But there's a lot going on. But the key thing, Sandy, is get a group going today.
Thank you, Carl. Congratulations to coaches, because this is a big day for coaches. So thank you for coming on, explaining it all like you did. People are going to want to go back and hear the way that you have served this up. Congratulations also on the technology team, who has been working really, really hard on this. And it just went live yesterday. So when something goes live, it's all out there. So
Sandy, we've got things, literally, we've got the next 18 months planned, features that people are always saying, hey, wouldn't it be neat if you did this and did this and did this? We launched this as what they call minimum viable product, understanding what people need out of Facebook and BOD Groups and so on. So it's there, it's coming, and we're taking input, but they got to get in the game now. They got to get on Kevin's training it's happening. It's
It's
happening
happening in
today.
just 2 minutes. Yes, we're
Okay, good. Let's get
live on
out
the
of here.
Beachbody Chat. Let's get out of there. Thank you, Carl. I wanted to do an affirmation for everybody. And it's so funny because of all the affirmations that I usually do, this one happened to be our mission statement, which is help people achieve their goals and live a happy, fulfilling life. That is the role of a coach. That is our mission here. And that is why BOD groups were even created. So everybody, thank you. We'll see you here next week. But right now, Beachbody Champions page has the live training. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.